everyone, I'm Captain Logan.
And I'm Jayson.
And welcome to another exciting episode of Objectivity. Jayson, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about the Imaginext Megazord.
And was this something that you asked for really hard for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you finally got one?
But it came in the mail instead.
Oh, it came in the mail? Did you get it with some of your Christmas money?
Yes.
Yeah, so here is the Imaginext Megazord, and it is more of a playset than a figure, really, wouldn't you say, Jayson?
Yeah.
Well, why don't you show us a little bit about it and show us how it works?
Okay.
So what do you do with it?
So, you have to put these figures inside. Actually...
What figures does it come with?
The Red Ranger and the Black Ranger. When it came in the mail, the Red Ranger had a broken head like this.
Oh, man!
Yep.
That's not good, but it kind of stays there. We're going to glue that on. That was a problem with the mailing. Certainly not an issue with the packaging or anything. I think it just got broken in the mail, but it wasn't a big enough deal that we felt the need to send it back. But anyway, so you got a Red Ranger with a broken head right now. That's the only problem with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's kind of different about these Power Rangers?
They have the Green Ranger blade on it.
Blade? You mean like the shoulder pads?
Yeah, the shoulder pads.
Can you show us? Can you kind of turn the Black Ranger around too, so we can see him? There you go.
The Red Ranger put it on in the show, but the Black Ranger did not.
I don't remember any point where he did either. I thought that was a really strange choice. And do the shoulder pads come off, or are they just connected to the figure?
They just connect to the figure.
Are those pretty cool?
Yeah.
And you got some of the other Rangers too, right? You got some more other Rangers for Christmas.
Yeah.
But those are the ones that this comes with. And why don't you show us what the Megazord does?
Okay. So put this.
So how do you open that up?
We pour this and then we turn it like that.
And the idea is to put your figures on those, right? So that so you can pretend like they're actually turning the mechanism and making that happen. And Imaginext toys, a lot of these play sets and even some of the vehicles have those little pads where a character would sit on it and move it over. And is that what makes the eyes light up?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. Cool.
And you can put people in the head. So when you...
Well, before we turn it around, why don't we look at all the different mechanisms inside the front? Because that's kind of the big, wouldn't you say, kind of the big selling point of it is all of the weaponry that's right in the front and all the projectiles. So you want to shoot some of those things and show us how it works? What's in the front here? What are those?
These things?
No, right here.
Oh, those are power coins.
Yeah, so it fires power coins? Can you show us how that works?
Yep. Yeah.
Whoa, that's cool. And how many power coins does it have? 6. Yeah? Can you show us one of the power coins?
So that's Saber-Tooth Tiger, the yellow one.
That's awesome. That's actually, incidentally, the one figure you don't have right now.
Yeah.
And then show us the projectiles here at the top.
I don't know how to shoot those.
Oh, you don't? There's just a little button in the very back, like right behind them. And just go back there. Can you see? And then just press the trigger. That's right. That's right behind. They don't all. There you go. Just like that. So you got the 2 at the top to shoot, and then these other 4 just sit there in place until you're ready to load them.
Yeah.
So it comes with 7 missiles altogether. Do you remember where the other missile is? Oh, cool.
So
it comes out of the foot there. Neat.
With monsters, I use a lot Man-Bat as the monster.
Yeah, you use some of your Batman Imaginext figures?
Yeah.
And you've got a big Batman Imaginext collection, right? So you're kind of mixing them up.
Cameraman monster. Load again.
So that's how that works. Why don't we look at the rest of it real quick, kid?
Okay.
You know, close that up and show us the back?
So, let me turn this around. Take a minute to turn that around. There we go. So we can put figures in the back, like Red Ranger and Black Ranger. And the head, it's pretty funny.
So the idea is that your Power Rangers would be like operating this giant Megazord from behind.
And there's Zordon, and he's like, I'm talking to Zordon.
Can you move him so we can see Zordon?
Yeah.
There's Zordon.
Yeah. So there's Zordon, and then there's a little... There's a little trap right here, like jail.
Oh, okay. Or that's even maybe something that you could like load other little vehicles in, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun things you could do with some of your other Batman figures. You know, playing with the Power Ranger set. So as I said, this is more of a playset than it is really a vehicle. It does function sort of like a figure where it's got some articulation. You want to show us how the... Oh, we broke his head again.
Oh, no.
No, we decapitated the Red Ranger again. You want to show us how the arms move?
Yep.
So he's got some functional articulation there. In just the arms, really. Again, the head moves like this, and you can make the eyes light up artificially without even opening this up if you want to just move his head. And then the legs don't really move or do anything, but Megazords have really always kind of been that way, just going back to like the traditional Megazord toys.
And you can do this. Ah, he's grabbing me.
One thing Jayson told me yesterday he didn't really care about about this toy is that it doesn't come with a power sword.
Yeah, that's really weird. And it actually looks like a Megazord from the show, not an Imaginext version.
Yeah, so I mean that's a good selling point where they really nailed the look of it. It's really neat how it functions as a playset and kind of a toy on its own. But it is strange that it doesn't come with anything to hold, considering that as Jayson just demonstrated, it does hold things pretty well, but it comes with nothing to hold besides figures. If you want to just have it holding characters and walking around with them. It's also something of a strange toy in that it's so large, and there's nothing else that, so far anyway, that's come out that you can pit it up against to play with it as more of a Megazord than a playset, but it is clearly meant to, not just be a thing that these characters would climb around and play in, like, say the Batcave or something, but it's got these, projectiles that shoot out the front, so you'd expect to be able to kind of fight against something with it. There is a giant Batman robot that's, I think, about the same size, so I guess you could get that and put it up against that. But right now, that's about it. So anyway, that is the Imaginext Megazord, and it's a lot of fun. Clearly, the pieces don't come apart, so you can't make the individual Zords. They have put out individual Zords that don't make the Megazord that are a lot smaller, and those look really fun, but I think it's kind of odd that we have all these individual Zords and they don't come together to make a Megazord. I think this thing would probably just be unfunctional and not really work very well if you tried to make it so that all these different pieces came apart. I kind of see why they did it that way, but for little kids, because the idea is to have some toys that are a little bit less complicated and easier for 3, 4, 5-year-olds to play with, but it still has a whole lot of fun moving parts, and I think really the big selling point of it is just that it's giant.
Yeah.
It is just absolutely enormous. And that's immediately fun. And there are a lot of places that you can put figures. We've got some other vehicles for the Batman stuff where, like the Justice League jet, where the Javelin, where there's 10 or 12 different places to put figures.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a big selling point where it's fun just to put a bunch of figures all over the thing.
Yeah, but I don't know why there's not 6 places to put figures here.
Boy, that's an excellent point, Jayson. So you've got 2 here, and then you've got 1 up here, and then Is there one inside? Yeah, there's one there, so that's 5.
And then here's 6.
Wait, at the top?
Uh-huh.
How's that a place to put a figure?
Right here.
Oh, back behind here. Okay, well then there are 6.
I thought there wasn't 6.
Yeah, no, you're right. There are 6. Well, that's cool, and it seems like there's exactly 6. So that makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
You can actually put figures in these little holes right here.
Oh, okay.
So they just.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. That's cool. You're finding little compartments.
Yeah.
It ultimately might work really well as kind of a storage device for a lot of your Imaginext figures too. Because if you look at all those nooks and crannies, I think you could probably shove, a good 20, 10, 15, 20 in there. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed our review and discussion of the Imaginext Megazord. And say goodbye, Jayson.
Bye.